Welcome to No Stats, where we call it how we see it. I thought I was gonna get him back again with another one.
Back again with
There we
another
go.
one. My fault. I was sparring, baby. I look sharp. You know that.
I don't know about sharp, like a butter knife, but but no, we got Devin Haney versus Lomachenko, lightweight title fight, um, Saturday night, big fight. We just came off that Tank and Ryan Garcia fight, so we've been having some nice boxing matches that's been lined up. Um, so like I said, this one's starting Saturday night. Two really good fighters. Uh, Sorry, my mic wasn't all the way in. Two really good fighters. Devin Haney's the more up and coming. He's the undisputed champion right now. Well, I guess in his prime. I won't say up and coming. He's more in his prime. Loma on the older side. But I'll give my take and my analysis and prediction of the fight. But I want to hear your thoughts on it before I jump in.
First off, I'm excited for this one. Like you said, we're coming off the Davis versus Garcia fight, so I think that done ramped up and put
Mm-hmm.
some more spotlight on this light heavyweight division, bro. I was going through the division a couple days ago, and I just can't believe, the amount of boxers that have unblemished records or have only two losses. I see Frank Martin 17-0. The kid William Z, he's like 27-0. Like this division is fucking
Yeah, it's
stacked,
the
man.
premier division, bro.
Yeah, and I like Haney a lot, man. I feel like he shows signs of, and I know he has a bigger body than Mayweather, but he gives me flashes of Mayweather out there, the way he defends, the way he's tucking and rolling. I'm excited for this, man. I feel like this will be one of his toughest test just for the experience on the other side. But yeah, man, I'm excited. Not as excited as the Davis Garcia fight, but I'm excited for this one, man. I just was checking out Haney not too long ago, and he has a phenomenal work ethic on his side, man. And I think that's what pushes him over the top, and this is gonna be a great challenge for him.
I agree, bro. How you got it finishing? You got it. Unanimous decision, split decision, knockout.
I gotta go with the knockout, man, on Haney's
Ooh, you
side. The
going
way
knockout?
the way he be when he come from here with the Jordan. Bro, hey, you don't want to be on the other end of one of those.
I think it's gonna be a really good fight. I don't have the knockout. I don't think neither one of these guys possesses the knockout power of a Tank. Um, I think Haney's best tool and most used tool is the jab. He used that jab so well, uh, and that sets up all of his other punches, right? And ideally, as a boxer, that's what you want to do. You want the jab to set everything else up, and I think that's what Haney does really, really well. He's good on the defensive end, and he has the measurables over Loma. Lomachenko's a really good boxer as well. This isn't going to be a walk in the park. I think Haney wins by unanimous decision, but he can't sleep on Loma. I think Loma's going to try to be the aggressive fighter. I think Haney like I said, he has the measurable. He's taller. He's the bigger boxer. He has the bigger reach. And with that jab, the way he utilizes it, having that reach advantage is huge.
Yeah,
Um,
he could put the pressure on him. He could
yeah,
put real pressure, and that's
yeah.
what I think that Haney should do.
You think
But
Haney should put
like you
the
said,
pressure
don't
on?
sleep. I think Haney should put the pressure on him. Like just
Okay. I
use
think the
that.
opposite.
You think it should be opposite?
I think Haney's going to use the jab and just outbox him. Like you know
Mm.
how like you said Floyd, I'm thinking late Floyd career. Use the jab, counter punch, outbox. I think that's
Mm.
a great comparison. I think that's how Haney is going to win this fight. I don't expect it to be super super exciting for people that's looking for brawls or knockouts. I think it's going to go to distance, unanimous. Could be split depending on if Loma can start fast. Um,
I was
but
gonna
I
ask
think
about Loma's like experience, because I know
yeah.
you say
So
he's on the older side. I don't know that much about him.
yeah.
Um,
So Lomachenko's 34, 35, but he has less professional bouts than
mm.
Haney. I think almost 19 and 2, 17 and 2. I'm
Yeah,
forgetting his
he's
record.
17 and 2, 11
Yeah,
KOs.
11 KOs, right. And his latest loss, I know he lost early in his career, probably years ago, but he lost to Teofimo Lopez, who's also one of the premier boxers in his lightweight division. He's fighting next month as well. So that was a big loss. But again, it's that younger guy, and Teofimo Lopez's style is different from Haney, but I think Loma's going to struggle with these younger guys, bro. Like I said, that age, Haney's in his prime. If this was Loma a couple years ago, it could be a whole different ball game. I remember watching when Loma beat Rigondeaux, and that's when a lot of people thought Rigondeaux was going to be the next Floyd, right? And Loma knocked him, gave him his first L. Then Loma beat Luke Campbell right before that Teofimo Lopez lost. But I think he's going this way, Loma's going this way, and Haney's going this way. I think Haney wins. I think Haney's the third best boxer in the lightweight division. I still like Shakur to take over him. Shakur Stevenson. Now people gonna call me crazy for this. I think Shakur Stevenson is the best boxer in the lightweight division.
Let me ask you something. Are these guys gonna test the iron out? Like, do you think we could get a Haney versus Shakur Stevenson, or Gervonta Davis versus a Shakur Stevenson, or Haney versus Davis? Are we gonna get one of those?
Yeah. So I think after this fight, Haney will win, and Shakur already said he wants to win this fight. So I think that'd be a beautiful fight. Now I think Haney can kind of pick his own poison. He's the undisputed champ right now. So he kind of holds the cards in that nature. But I can also see, I said Teofimo Lopez is fighting, I believe, Josh Taylor next month. I can see Haney waiting for that fight to conclude and possibly fighting Teofimo Lopez and waiting on the Shakur. Because you got to think about it. Like I said before, a lot of these boxers are like, I'm already a big name. I'm already going to put butts in seats and sell pay-per-views, no matter who I fight. You know what I mean? So why would I take that risk of fighting Shakur right now when I can win? And it sucks. It sucks for the sport of boxing.
It sucks because I don't know if it's just me, and I'm not a boxer, so I can only speak on this with one foot in, one foot out. But if I was a boxer, I would want to be, if I'm at that top, if I'm ranked in the division, I'm 3, 4, 5, I want that 1, 2, 3 matchup. I want to see where I'm at. I want to test that ability out. Like, I'm coming for the best. If I'm Haney after this fight, after I get this dub, who's next? Stevenson, Davis, whoever wants it. And if they don't want it, I'm going to make them fucking want it. I'm at all these press conferences. I'm rolling on. I got my Twitter fingers getting crazy. Who wants next? Oh, they scared. All right. What you talking about? Hey, bro, I look sharp today, bro.
You going to get beat the hell up. No, but bro, you're absolutely right, bro. I think a lot of people want to see these top fighters, and that's why the Davis and Garcia fight was so big, right? Because Ryan Garcia is one of the, I think he's a top 5 fighter in the division, even though he got outclassed by Tank. So that's why that fight was so big, because it's like, oh wow, we get to see. And I think the pay-per-view numbers said that. I think it was up there as far as one of the highest selling boxing fights. So I'm hoping. I think we will get a combination. I don't know if we'll get Tank to fight Haney and Shakur. Or Shakur to fight Haney and Tank. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think they'll all fight each other, all three. As much as I hate to say it, I don't think Tank and Shakur will see each other. Like, I think they'll, and if they do, it'd be late. I don't know, bro. I think the respect, I don't know, bro. So, boxing has a bunch of semantics and politics, and that's what makes
unwritten rules.
Yeah, bro, because you got your camps, you got promoters, you got contracts. Like, you can have a guy who's signed to ESPN, top ranked boxer, right? So he fights on ESPN Top Rank, and another guy that fights on DAZN, where Ryan Garcia fights, and it's hard to get both of those sides to mesh. You know what I mean? There's so much contractual things, and it makes it so tough. Like, how the UFC is just UFC. Hey, you're not fighting on this or that, or so it makes it easier for them dudes to fight each other, and they're doing it, I think, the right way. I would love to see that trickle into boxing, but the fact that we can get some of these fights this year, like, this is a loaded slate this year. We had Ryan and Tank. We got Haney and Loma. Like I said, Taylor and Teofimo Lopez. hopefully we get Earl Spence and Terrence Crawford this year.
I want to ask you too, not even to cut you off.
Good.
I came across Frank Martin. Could you shed a little light on him? You know anything about him?
I
I see
watched.
17-0. Seen he was ranked like 5 or 6 in this division.
Yeah, I like Frank. I seen him fight once. I haven't caught too many of his fights, but he looks like he's up and coming. Now he is an up and
Okay.
coming tier. I think he needs to get a higher profile fights under his belt. Like usually those guys, you wait for a big fight. You got to wait for your chance, right? And once you get that chance, that's when it's like, oh wow, he beat so and so, right? But he's a guy I could see maybe fighting Loma after this. You know, Loma can look at that like, okay, this is a chance for me to beat somebody up and coming. And for Frank's side, it's like, all right, maybe I can beat Loma, a guy whose name is cemented, you know, and get my name in the cards that way. But he's a polished fighter. I'll probably put him at 6 in the division. Looking at the landscape, maybe 5. I think that's an accurate estimation. But yeah, I'm gonna be anxious to see him fight again. I think he might be fighting again this year as well. So I think we have some heavyweight fights. I think Wilder and Anthony Joshua is supposed to happen.
That never happened, did it?
No, but I think it's happening at the end of this year, September or December.
I always, cause I watched a little bit of Anthony Joshua's documentary on just based on his fights and his preparation and his workouts and how he got to where he got to. And then I started looking into it even more when he lost to Ruiz, and that fucking shocked the world match.
Yeah, that did.
And that was crazy.
I wasn't even watching that fight. I got an update like, what?
Yeah, that shit was
that
crazy.
was supposed to be the setup. That was supposed to be the setup fight to fight Wilder,
and then he ended up losing and having to run it back against Ruiz, right? So after that, you know, that's when I became like an Anthony Joshua fan, and then when I seen the whole thing circling around Wilder and Tyson Fury, I kind of got interested in that and their trilogy and how things went. And then I started wondering, like, why did we never get a Wilder versus Joshua fight? From that aspect, bro, like, and not to pull the.
Not to cut you off, hold that thought. Anthony Joshua doesn't fight in the U.S. and it pisses me off. Like all Anthony Joshua fights, you know, he's from overseas, the UK or something, I believe. He's always fighting over there. Like I don't know. I guess it's the home. He wants the home ring advantage if that's the thing.
Yeah.
But, which it is. But like I don't know. I don't know why that is. You know, like you said, if you want to be the best, come to the States and make your name known.
And I think a Joshua, and that's what I was gonna say. I think a Joshua Wilder fight will be great for the culture. Like,
oh well, because the heavyweight division, everyone wants that heavyweight division because that's where you see the slugs, the punches. You know, they're less. Not that they aren't tactical, but they're less tactical and technically sound than the lightweight division and things like that. Like they're trying to not, especially Wilder. He's trying to take your head off. He may be one of the heaviest hitting heavyweights of all time.
He be Euro stepping in the haymakers,
bro. His jab, is a fucking power punch. It's crazy.
That's crazy.
But yeah, back to this Haney Lomachenko fight. I'm excited for it. Like I said, I got Haney unanimous decision. Excited to see who he calls out after the fight if he does. I think Loma will put up a nice fight. Maybe get the first round or 2, but I don't think Haney's going to let him in. Peach got the knockout.
I got the knockout round 8.
Round 8. I was about to ask you got a round on that.
Method combo for my FanDuel users out there.
Wasn't that the same round? Tank knock.
Did you pick? You had 8. You did have 8, and you had the LeBron triple double. I think.
Yeah, it might have been 7.
I think it was 7. I think it was 7. Gotta go back and look at that.
But it's gonna be a hell of a fight, man. Can't wait to see how it turned out.